Greetings and salutations, everybody. Good evening to all of you. Tonight, I want to share my experiences in the institution teaching and applying TVL and flipped classroom. So, I'm going to start with an introduction, a short introduction to show my process. First of all, I decided to apply this lesson to a children between 12 and 14 years of 8th grade. The lesson was called Food Around the World. I decided to apply this because the lesson is appropriate for children, while mm, playful, also interesting in terms that they know a lot of food because about their experiences outside the school. Also, they identify Colombian food and international food like pizza, pasta, sushi. So I wanted to apply this lesson to them to give the opportunity to know a little of the world around them and emphasize on Colombian culture. So in the pre-activities, I trust my students to watch videos about food around the world, Colombian food, Italian food, and the food they love. The reality is that not all the children did the homework because they forgot, maybe they didn't show the real interest of learning food about food around the world. So that could be tricky when applying flipped classroom if there is not a tool to measure the participation. So I started the lesson with two students because the head teacher was full of commitment, so I consider disrespectful to spend the time incorrectly. So I decided to apply this lesson only uh, for two students. So I started with an infographic. My students read all the infographic, the 5 points, even I supported them to help to understand uh, what is the most popular dishes around the world, like Italian food, Japanese food, American food, and also Colombian food and its culture. They read every step of the infographic, and we focus in ingredients and the influence of food in the culture. Therefore, the technology that I was utilizing was not advanced, not top notch, but quite useful in terms of uh, individuality or work by peers. So, uh, as internet signal was so bad, I decided to utilize my data, mobile data, to complete the activity. Okay, after we read all the infographic, we play a game where the students had to select the words and compare with an image and select the correct answer. They enjoyed a lot this game, and I decided to ask questions to practice speaking about uh, their likes and dislikes in terms of food. I I explain the word biscuits, that is the same as cookies, the relation between American and British English was interesting because they know certain things about the differences between uh, both kinds of English. In a space of the whiteboard, I write some tongue twisters to help them with the reading to develop fluency and articulation. We talk a little more about the influence of Colombian food in the culture and the influence of certain dishes in our culture, like pizza, like hamburger, that despite uh, of of big dishes from other countries are popular here. Additionally, we talk about bad experiences when eating, maybe a dislike. Uh, they learned how to say I like this food, I don't like this food. Could I get a glass of water? How to ask something in a formal way, or I would like to drink certain beverage. That's that kind of structures to be more formal. At the end, they developed a worksheet where they choose adjectives related to food, a little more advanced, kind of A2 level, and they completed it with ingredients. Like this example, pizza is made of bread, tomatoes, and so on. The speaking was evaluated by me. Uh, all the students, the two students spoke a lot. They were interested in the topic. And at the end, uh, I decided to finish because they were uh, busy with their things about the exams and grades. So my reflection is that TVL and flipped classroom is quite useful. So the most important thing is to utilize the correct tools and design tools to measure the commitment of students, because not all the students do homework, and it could alter the lesson a lot. Technology is so important, but if we don't have the technology, we must develop the ability to create materials like worksheets, like infographics, posters to encourage the lesson and the students to a higher level. Thank you, everybody, for listening. See you soon.